the sponsorship scandal, the Liberals may have broken every rule in the book, but it seems that Conservatives have borrowed a whole new book, a book of dirty tricks from their American cousins, and in doing so, they have once again lowered the bar of ethical standards, and I argue undermined the integrity of our electoral institutions in a way that is unprecedented in Canadian politics. In many ways, we were caught flat-footed and unawares by these dirty tricks. Voter suppression techniques are commonplace in the United States, with high-priced consulting firms specializing in sabotaging elections, but I don't think anybody really expected a Canadian political party to stoop so low, and we didn't take necessary steps to protect ourselves from it. This could mean the end of the age of innocence in Canadian electoral campaigns. Elections Canada stated that these phony phone calls deliberately disrupted the voting process. Now, how is this different from a bunch of goons with clubs blocking the door to a voter station, as we've seen in third world countries or the Deep South in the United States? Because the net effect is the same. You are sabotaging the ability of people to exercise their democratic right to cast their ballot in a federal election. In my view, there can be no more serious crime, nor a more heinous affront to democracy. Too many brave Canadians died fighting for the right to have fair and clean and free elections in this country to let this go unchallenged at the highest possible order. My father didn't go to war to fight for democracy only to have some sleazy punk in an American-style black ops department run roughshod over it and undermine its integrity. Now, the boys in the black ops department will call it voter suppression techniques to try and give it some semblance of legitimacy. But in my view, there is nothing legitimate about cheating, and there never will be. We want the Conservatives to fix health care, not elections. We want the Conservatives to fix pensions, not elections. We want the Conservatives to fix our crumbling infrastructure, not fix elections. When you consider the millions of dollars of overspending due to the in-and-out electoral fraud, and now the hundreds of thousands of phony phone calls by the Rack-9 rascals, it makes you wonder about the legitimacy of the Conservatives' 39% majority mandate. Did they really win that last federal election? Or did they achieve their razor-thin majority by cheating? The public needs to know, because there is a serious matter of public interest that far exceeds the success or failure of any one political party. Cheating in an election fuels the cynicism of an already jaded electorate, and if the public loses even more confidence in their electoral system, they will be even less likely to come out and vote, and the integrity of our system is irreparably harmed. And in my view, nothing can be more serious. There were those who tried to say that Watergate was just a couple of snoopy plumbers, but those journalists who pressed on found it was much more than that. I predict the Rack-9 will become the Conservative Party's Groupe Action. And I predict that we will find that the sheer magnitude and audacity of the Rack-9 rascals will be enough to make Richard Nixon blush. And I predict it will hang around the neck of the Prime Minister like an albatross. And I wonder if Justice Gomery is still available, because I think we need his services once again if we are going to arrest this serious bastardization of our electoral system.